So it's not moving, you're allowing the airflow to come in. And what you're gonna do here is increase the timing. And you're gonna tell them, keep your foot fixed on the throttle to regulate the amount of speed you're at. Don't go above 50 miles per hour. Let's hold it at 50. You're acting as the cruise control. As you're going in and adding more timing, what's gonna happen is the engine's gonna start to naturally produce more torque, which means that at a given throttle angle that they're holding it at, the vehicle's gonna naturally start to pick up speed. When you hit the point where the vehicle, and if the driver's doing his job, he's gonna be rolling back his throttle, his actual input on the gas pedal to maintain that speed. So if you say hold it at 50, as you bump more timing in, more torque production would happen, and you'll find that the vehicle's gonna naturally accelerate. But if he's gonna be pulling his foot off and trying to regulate the airflow, to try to regulate the torque, to hold the vehicle at a certain speed, you'll find you're looking for the minimal throttle angle. So the lowest throttle angle he's able to hold it at a particular speed. You might experiment 40 mile per hour, 50 mile per hour, 60 mile per hour in different gears. You can kind of get a feel throughout the table. This process is a bit more difficult off a chassis dyno. Having a chassis dyno to have that live torque output is awesome. So we're gonna go and just illustrate that. But the concept of being able to do this off a chassis dyno, you can do it. You just need to pay attention to holding the vehicle at a particular speed, paying attention to the throttle angle that someone's giving, how much throttle input they're giving. What you're looking for is adding the timing in to see the lowest throttle angle, the lowest input in throttle. That'll mean once you get to the lowest throttle angle, let's say you start off at 10% throttle to hold it at 50 mile per hour, as you're bumping the timing in maybe 5-10 degrees more, the throttle angle rolls back to say 6% throttle. But as you add more timing in, it doesn't have to go and roll his foot back any further to 5 or 4% throttle. At 6% throttle, that means that the timing that you're running there, that was maximum brake torque, and that's the way you kind of feel that out. Again, a bit more time consuming, but that process and that concept can definitely be applied without a chassis dyno. But let's go and demonstrate this real quick. So I'm gonna fire it up, and now that the fuel is dialed in, we can look at this spark timing tuning independently. I'm going to be focusing here from 90 kPa and below. I'm not gonna go into full throttle. So I'm gonna be holding myself at a particular RPM range. We're gonna start off here at, let's say, 1700. Let me bump the dyno down here to 1700. And we'll try it at 1700, we'll try it at 3000, and we'll try it at 4500. And we're gonna look at the live torque output with a fixed throttle angle. And then we should see that the torque starts to increase up to a certain point. We reach maximum brake torque. That's when I know I can move on to the next RPM point, and we'll find that we kind of build a composite table out like this. Let's go through the process here. Again, really, really easy. Once we optimize the spark timing, then we can take a look at our injection end angle table. That is going to be the last piece of the puzzle for tuning our part throttle style cruise operation. So let me go in here, let me fire up the engine real quick, and we'll just give it a second to get up and running here. And let's jump the USB link and allow that to send any changes to the ECU. I think that was the learn changes we just had. We'll let it kind of stabilize out in the idle. And once it's stabilized, we'll start this process here. I'm gonna throw my headphones on because the car is relatively loud. Now, I'm not gonna try to talk over the car because it is extremely loud with the blower and the cams and the exhaust. It is gonna be really, really loud. So I'm gonna simply drive it. Pay attention to what's going on here. I'm going to highlight here around 1700 RPM. I'm going to simply go in here and just increase the values into the table. In this case, I just changed that to 15. I'll be changing these values going from 15 to maybe 18 to 22. I'll keep going up in 2 to 4 degree increments until I see the torque on the dyno start to flatline, not go up any higher. That's when I know I've reached maximum brake torque. And we'll just shift that through the different RPM points. And then I'll show you how to build a composite table from that point once you've reached your spark timing. And again, if you don't want to do this, you can definitely skip this. You can run spark timing, and I'll kind of go over that after I build up the tables. We'll find that we'll have kind of this general idea, the general values that you would find in an average spark timing table for an LS engine, but I just want to be very specific with this and show you as much information as possible in these training tutorials. Let's go ahead and try to do this calibration process.
checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.